When God tells you to leave your job, I have mentioned in several of my videos that I felt like God told me to leave my job. And I just wanted to take a moment just to address this because I know that there are so many people who are in jobs that they hate and they would love to get something better. So I just wanted to take this time to share my story, to show how it worked for me or how I knew that this was God. So when the Lord is telling you to lay down your job or to lay down your business, it's not about you hating your job or hating your boss or hating your colleagues or hating the place that you are at and wanting something better. No, it has nothing to do with that. It doesn't even have anything to do with money. But when God is telling you to leave your job, it's you saying goodbye to that job that you had always thought it was your dream job, saying goodbye to the colleagues that you have always called them teammates, with nothing in your hands. You are saying goodbye to those things with nothing in your hands except the faith that you are believing that God is calling you on a different direction that has nothing to do with the paycheck. So when it happens, you are leaving your job and you are not even thinking about you are not concerned about you losing the normalcy and the stability of a paycheck. It's just you trusting the Lord and trusting that God has something better for you. Not a better job, a professional job, but God has a better assignment for you that is not all about you, but includes or it benefits other people, where you are serving other people according to God's principles. And so when that happens, when that time comes, God will cause a spiritual disruption to the order of things, and then things will begin to be uncomfortable, and then he will lift his grace from that place that you had always loved, from that job that you have always loved, and all of a sudden you'll feel a discomfort and you'll be serving begrudgingly. But for me though, God had already shown me his plans for my life. So I knew that at that job I was just there for training, because the Lord had shown me that my heart was not aligned with the system that I was working for, because the system that I was working for, I was working within a red tape, but my heart was for the people. And there is no how you can serve freely and serve the people and be able to serve them from your heart when you are working in like within the regulations that tell you that this is how far you can go, this is what we do in this organization. But don't get me wrong, I love my job, but I didn't love what it stood for, what the system stood for. I was a child protection worker, social worker, working in that like field. So when it happened, the Lord sort of prepared me, just showing me that my job was re-traumatizing, that I was not doing anything to add to families. If anything, what I was standing for or what I was representing was breaking families apart instead of building families. So I already had that discomfort of realizing that, man, there is nothing that I can do. My hands are tied. Even if I go to a home and the parents are crying and pleading with me saying, Fifi, please don't not do this, I cannot do what my heart feels. I can only do what I'm told to do. So he had prepared me that way. And even the vision that the Lord had given me, it was aligned with the passion of social work and just working with young people and building young people. So I knew that he had something better for me, just to better in a way that I would be serving God. It will be good for the people. It will be the betterment for the people, not causing like family disruptions or causing or taking away from families. So I was blessed in that way, that the Lord had already prepared me. So I got to a point where I realized that I had to come to this job. This was God's plan for me to come to this job in order for him to train me for what he has for me on the other end. So even when I thought it was time to leave, when I was feeling that discomfort and it was intensifying, I had to go to him in prayer and say, I fasted and prayed and said, Lord, this is how I'm feeling. Is it time? If it's time, please release me to go. But if it's not time, at least restore my passion for the job and for my place and for my clients and for my community, because I don't want to serve begrudgingly. It is not benefiting anyone. I want to serve from my heart. And yes, it was time to go through that, like, discomfort period. I realized, after praying, I realized that yes, it was time to go. And within 2 weeks, the Lord released me through signs. He provided signs that it was indeed like time to go. And even though it was a lucrative job, after I left my job, I thought the Lord was ready to open doors to what he was calling me to do. No, because I was in that place and I was in a stable place where I didn't have to worry about money. The Lord was pouring into my life and teaching me biblical principles, Christian principles. Now, when I left that job, it was go time. It was time for the Lord to put me in an unstable position in order for me to use everything that he had taught me when my life was stable, to put it into practice. And that's what I experienced. And even though I went through a lot, these past 2 years took me from highs and lows and dragged me through the mud, but I never ever looked back and mourned or fancied the fat paycheck that I used to have. So I just wanted to share that, just to say that when you hear somebody saying that the Lord told me to leave my job, if you hate your job and you're feeling like, yeah, I think the Lord is telling me to leave this job, no, you have to seek the Lord, and you have to be in a place where you know that it's not all about the paycheck and it's not about you hating people, because the Lord will never want you to make an exit where you have harmed people or you have had people or they have had you. When you leave, there'll be a smooth transaction and there'll be a smooth transition. Meaning that when I say a smooth transaction, meaning that for me, I had to hand over my clients to my colleague, and I was comfortable that they were in good hands because she was somebody who loved the Lord and had the heart of God. So there was no disruption, there was no malice, there was no bad blood, nothing. I just left with the grace of God and left them with the grace of God. So I just wanted to share that, just to share, and with the hope that it will help somebody out there. And thank you very much, and God bless you all.